Triathlon off-season do's and don'ts. Depends on what time of year you have your off-season. For a lot of us, it's the winter, the fall, before we gear up for the spring. So what things come to mind for you of how to utilize and make the most of your triathlon off-season?
With my athletes, a lot of my athletes are half Ironman distance. And once it gets into the off season, the structure ends. It's still do training, but we're not worried about power. We're not worried about heart rate. We're just go enjoy yourself. Mm-hmm. A lot of times, as Ironman athletes, we are so dedicated to that piece of paper that's saying you need to do this, and you don't have time to go ride with your buddy because maybe he's not training for the same thing. Yeah. So I think the off season is the time to catch up with your family, go ride with your buddies, go on a coffee ride, whatever. Mm-hmm. I mean, just no structure. And it goes for riding and running. Just if you want to run, go out and run, have fun. Don't worry about your pace. Don't worry about your heart rate. Just make it easy and enjoy yourself. And there's no reason to go over, hour, 15 minutes. And depending on pace-wise, that could be 5 miles for somebody. It could be, 8 miles. And I don't think there's any reason to be going over 8 to 10 miles in an off season. Mm-hmm. Just keep moving, have fun with it.
How dare you leave your watch at home? Would you ever leave your watch at home? Oh my gosh, I gotta record this.
Right.
I gotta upload it or save it.
And that is true. And I do tell people, just don't worry about your watch or don't run with a watch. And there are people who are so like, I gotta have my watch. I don't run without it. That they do, but sometimes I'll tell them just to put it in their back pocket. Mm-hmm. Like if you got your kid on, you just throw it in your back pocket. Don't look at it, but just if you need to record it. But I don't want them focusing on it and saying, "Oh, I'm riding too slow," or my power's really low. That's the time you should be just chill.
I'm sure you're probably suggesting to them do things that might not be triathlon related.
A lot of cross training things.
Yeah.
Things maybe they're going to go. You can go snowshoeing and get a great workout. You can do cross country skiing, skate skiing. Just that's the time to let your body rebuild itself, and both mentally and physically. Mm-hmm. Once we start kind of getting a little bit more into, okay, let's get in the pool. Okay, let's work on drills. Let's work on technique. Don't worry about speed. Don't worry about watching the pace clock. Just go out and focus on good form and trying to be more efficient in the water. And again, if you're efficient in it, you're going to be faster in it. So the off season is a great time for working on drills with both all sports and being in the weight room.
Strength and conditioning.
Strength and conditioning is really, really big. And, it's going to prepare your body for that high intensity things later on. Mm-hmm. It's going to build them, tighten up some ligaments, and, it's going to make everything stronger so that your body can handle the hard stuff later. Injury prevention is pretty much what it is. Mm-hmm. Being in the weight room is a must. And 2 days a week I think is pretty fair to get in there.
Minimum I would think off season.
Off season 2 is I would say minimum. And working on core stuff.
Yeah.
Having a strong core, you're going to be stronger on the bike and stronger on the run and definitely stronger in a swim. So the off season is made to enjoy it but still get some benefit out of it. I'm not saying sit on the couch and don't do anything, but get out of the mountain bike. Get out
mountain bike, trail running.
Just anything that's not so specific to being a Ironman athlete or a triathlete.
Yeah, there's that mental break I think some of us need. Depends on how long we've been in it, of like, I needed just to step away and do this for the love and not because I've got so many workouts I have to complete and I have to get this run in, I have to get this swim in. That word "have to,"
right?
The pressure you put on yourself. Yeah. It's like, what if I don't do this? I'm gonna be behind. It's your season.
Yeah, and the off season is made to not have structure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you have structure, all year round, I mean, goodness, you get burnt out.
Do you even kind of apply this a little bit between races or between plans?
So if say somebody had two like A style races, you know, the ones that you're going to taper for, you know, you have your A races, B races, and C races. C races you don't do any taper for, but B races you'll taper, but it's kind of a hard training day.
Yeah.
And then your A races are obviously the things that you've tapered for, you're totally focused on. And after that, yeah, there is a transition period of just letting yourself recover before you start getting back into that heavy training again.
Yeah.
You have to give your body a break.
Yeah. I find that too, is like I just need to not look at my bike for a little while. I need to not pull my swim bag out and feel like I've got to do something, or it's looking at me, or maybe just put it in the closet and close the door.
Right.
Because once you're in it, it's like, I got to maintain, or else I'm behind.
Right.
Or I won't be where I want to be, and then now I have to lower my expectations.
That I've been there. I've done that, and you do get burnt out.
Totally.
Yeah.
And when you've had those burnouts, what brings you back? For you, what have you noticed that? Oh yeah, their spark just came back. Is it?
You know, I when I see races, and maybe I go to a race for friends or an athlete, it does kind of spark you to get back into it. But it's just one of those things, you just kind of go through the process, and you know, okay, spring's coming, let's start getting some stuff, you know, start riding a little bit more, and then you start getting focused, as you know, after you've had that time off.
Well, I know with maturity and experience, like both of us have in the sport, you know, it's a gradual build, and that you're not going to get it all back in 1 week or 2 weeks.
No.
You go to a race, you cheer on your friends and family coming across the finish line. You go, I'm back, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Then 3 weeks later, it's like, I'm kind of tired.
Yeah.
You have to have the patience to.
For sure.
I'm in a build phase now, and then I'm in a really focused stage, and then.
And that's something that I have kind of learned and matured with, because maybe I took a little time off and I go to the pool and I see the guy that was there swimming before, and he's still swimming fast, and I'm not being able to keep up with him anymore. And I would just push myself. But I've kind of, you know what, I'm going to build into it. And, you know, maybe it's 2, 3, 4 weeks down the road, then I'm swimming with him again.
Yeah.
But you
I think people fall into that temptation to judge yourself on someone else's fitness, and you have no idea where they are in their process.
Right.
Maybe they're peaking and you're in the build stage, or vice versa.
Right.
It's like I can't judge anybody where they are, because they don't know who I am. I don't really know who they are. Yeah. The fact that they're here is great, but it's like judging someone on a certain chapter in life and your chapter in life. I wish I was here, but I can't compare myself to someone else, because it's my own journey. I've been on this road for so many miles. You've been on that road for so many miles.
Right. Very true.
It's hard.
It is.
And it takes time to.
The ego.
Yeah. Especially in this sport.
Yeah. I mean, I see it with the females and males. It's equal, you know, a lot of times the male ego. But I've coached a couple females that.
The girls get competitive with other girls?
Yeah. Or they get competitive with some other athlete that they have seen at some races before. Like, you know, you're on an easy run day. Don't worry about what people are thinking.
And you never know if someone's injured.
Yeah.
You know, someone's like, you think you're beating them, you think you're all that, and you realize, oh, that person, you know, they injured the whole time, or they're in a recovery, they're in a, you know, they've had surgery.
Right.
You have no idea I'm faster than that guy now. My older competitor, I had no idea what they were doing. Oh, they had shoulder surgery? Oh, no wonder they're not swimming very fast. No. Yeah. Or they had ankle injury. Oh, they have calf problems. I have no idea.
Right.
So it's unfair.
Yeah, true.
Triathlon off season, do's and don'ts. Be unstructured. Mobility is a big thing. I think maybe as we get older, we take for granted our ability to touch our toes.
Yeah.
or our hip flexibility. The whole mobility, not just core, but stretching and yoga, Pilates.
Keeping flexible.
Yeah. Are people doing that you work with, or I know it's in your circle?
Yes. Yeah. In my, I work with a PT who does the mobility screening, and it's something that I let my athletes know that they want to get involved in. They can go see him, and they'll kind of find out where some of their weaknesses are, And then that's that off-season time too. Let's work on some of those things.
Yeah.
And come back stronger.
Yeah.
But mobility and
What's an
flexibility-
example where someone would recognize an inability or inflexibility or
Well, let's just
deficiency?
say swimmer-wise was having trouble with their shoulder. It was
Okay.
just something that kind of kept coming up. Well, they go see a PT. The PT evaluates and finds where the weakness is, and then they give them a structured training to get that stronger. And they come back, 6 weeks later, they're seeing a benefit and keep doing the exercises, and maybe when they're in the pool, they're swimming faster because they dealt with that weakness that they had.
Yeah. I noticed that when I was doing some other things where I had some flexibility, inability to inflexibility with my hips on one side, where I could lift my left leg up better than my right leg, or my hamstrings on one side was tighter.
Right.
It would explain why I can't twist a certain way or why I can't extend a certain way because one part of my body was not as strong. But I didn't know that until I went through some tests
Some testing,
or some.
and you found those
Yeah.
weaknesses, and then you work on balancing them out. So
You don't know that. Let's say you're on the bike in in season.
Yeah.
It's like, why aren't I stronger? Well, maybe your lower back is not strong enough.
Yeah.
You're getting off the bike and you're having issues.
yeah,
You can't run.
Yeah.
You can't swim because you're compensating in one area or the other one.